longer pursuit competition. Yesterday we had the sprint competition, and according to those results, so we have the start list for 60 athletes starting for today's race. What do you think? Will it be between Herman and Kontiolahti, or will it be some more athletes come to top three? I don't even want to speculate because it's so tight, and we have already seen during the season that everything can happen when it's a pursuit competition. Of course, we have yellow and red with Henry Mattos to Roisland on position 8, so only 28 seconds behind current leader Dennis Herman. So yeah, we'll see. Practically one easy machine. Yeah, it's very good, so that's it. Todella kuinka tulee olemaan tuo sillä Rösälän lähtee 8. niin käytännössä tuolla kärjessä Pyyhinkisatoinen ammutaan, niin Rösälän otetaan jopa kultakamppailuun. Ja näin tietysti samoin häntä myöskin edelleen, joka lähtee 9 heti siellä Rösälän perään. Ja todettava kyllä, että ampumaolosuhteet ovat varsin tasaiset.
Meitä ihan luonnollisesti se kuinka tuuli on tämän päivän aikana tuossa Penkkulan puhalle.
Siinä on muita lippuja todenne videoskriinien ja ampujamatalojen yläpuolella.
Thank you. Tuossa neljisen tuloksia ja tuolta lähtölistaan katsotaan, niin viimeis mistä vaan tuo Ruotsin kova pamatti ja 10 koiran aivoilla peräti 4 mukaan tässä takaajalla. Ja ruotsalaisilla ei ole päivällä mitään maailmaa. Eikä ne ainoastaan siihen kanssa, että on joutunut niin. Tuo joukkue siinä ja vahvaa työtä siellä Ruotsissakin. Ruotsissakin ja Dennis Herman ovat olympiavoittajat, heille voittavat tässä pikamatkalla. Ja pääsee ykköspaikalla liikkeelle, mutta tällä tunnempaa kuinka päästä.
Ilmakuvaa myöskin täältä stadionilta ja vielä kertauksena sitten tuo olosuudet tällä hetkellä. Se vaan kasvaa, se jatkaa kasvaa. Kyllä, nyt jo 20% ja ilman lähtötiellä kyllä lähentelee kohta nolla.
Oli katsottu sitä mainia teille. Ei se ole ole. Ei. Ja kuule, kilpailuun tyyliin teille. Tämä oli puolesta viimeisellä 4. Sitten
test and their highlights from sprint competition shown on the screen. Stina Nilsson starting with the big number 3. Timmy Ekhoff, good performance yesterday for his experienced Norwegian biathlete, taking the second position and starting today together with Stina Nilsson 5 seconds behind Dennis Herman with big number 2. And yesterday's winner was German Dennis Herman. It will be extremely exciting competition coming up. And here's the top 10 starting dips. Herman, Ekhoff, Nilsson, Öberg, Chevalier, Checkpoint, Öberg, Restaurant, Bader, Branson, starting within 32 seconds. And here comes the athletes.
Tsemppiä kaikille todellakin tämän päivän kilpailuun, kuten kollega tuossa sanoi. Täydet ovat paikoilla Kontiolahdella ja kohta mennään. 2 minuuttia lähtee aikaa. 2 minutes to the start.
Ja kolmas oli numero 9. 9 sekuntia kärjen perään, muihin kilpailun 25 ero kärjen lähdössä 13. Ja sieltä on lähtö paikalla kuviin. Dennis Herman, Saksa, Germany, in number 1.
Well, the pursuit competition just about to get underway. Denise Herman 2 days ago taking the victory. She missed one target then, and so did 9 of the top athletes in the top 10. Denise Herman about to get underway. 3 seconds until she breaks free. She'll be chased by only 5 seconds from Tiril Ekhoff, from Stina Nilsson. They'll break free, and I think they'll try and close these 5 seconds down as fast as they possibly can. A little pause back to Hannah Öberg. She's gone now, and it's Chevalier Boucher at 16 has to wait just a little. I wonder if Hannah Öberg will try and close those 7 seconds to catch up with the lead pack as it will evolve. Well, there's Elvira Öberg, silver medalist at the Olympics in this discipline. And there's Marta Olsbu-Reuschland. She's won 4 out of 5 of these pursuits this competition. She won by 1 minute 36 at the Olympics in this event. She finds herself behind today. Mari Eder, Lynn Persson, Knotten, Vanessa Hintz, Fialkova, and now Breza Boucher. 15 Todorova, coming strong as the season goes on. The Bulgarian athlete, great to see her at the top. Ida Lien, she looked nervous on the range, but has been shooting incredibly well. What can Dorothea Vera do? She has the bronze medal in the sprint from the Olympics, and she often moves up the rankings in this race. Same with Juliette Simon, February 18, 19's away as well. Stuic on great form, having found no form earlier in the season. Yislava and Agnès Bescon have departed as well. Then it's thick and fast. But let's have a look out on the track. Well, I thought they would try and close Denise Herman down fast. She's hard to catch, and she's making it difficult. But these 3 athletes can work together and try and close Well, it was 5 seconds from Tyrrell Eckhoff and Stina Nielsen to close down. Denise Herrmann, she looks composed. She doesn't look stressed or panicked in her technique. Just really trying to manage her own race. But I think, knowing full well, the 2 Swedish suits and the 1 Norwegian suit behind her may well close her before the range. Well, still at 5.4 seconds. Who's going to try and close this down? Stina Nielsen trying just to hold her own pace there. And, well, you can see the gaps now opening up. Chevalier Boucher started, well, she started at 16, of course she did. It's only 16.6. Elvira Öberg, well, she is the fastest skier. She's pulled back 2 seconds, the fastest skier to this point. But the race has a long way to go. If you're not familiar with biathlon, this pursuit is taken from the sprint from 2 days ago. And they start in the order they finished behind this lady, Denise Herrmann. So they've had a day off to recharge. And the format is you ski this 2-kilometer track. This hill is absolutely brutal, and it goes on for a full minute and 5 seconds. Two kilometers, they come in, they shoot lying down. They ski a further 2 kilometers, it's shooting lying down again. A further 2 kilometers, they will shoot standing. Another 2 kilometers, the final stand, and the pressure of that very final stand will be visual today. And then 2 kilometers to the finish line. So that's 20 shots fired, 5 shots each time in, and a penalty loop of 150 meters if you miss any of the targets. That accounts for between 24 and 27 seconds, depending on how fast a skier you are. So Herrmann is still holding her own at the front. 6 seconds back to Eckhoff, Nielsen and Öberg are all there together. Then it's 18 detached now, Chevalier Boucher. Öberg at 19. Voigt, not the fastest of skiers. She's lost some 4 or 5 seconds to this point. It's okay. And Reuschland, well, she looks like she's managing the pace well. She started 28 behind. She's at 30.7 behind now. And the local favourite, Eder, 31.9. That's okay. Well, she started 29 behind, so she's really inspired today. That's really lifting her ski form. And so they continue up this hill. 18 to 22% in terms of gradient here. It doesn't come much in terms of World Cup racing, much steeper than this. Well, Denise Herrmann will be coming very soon into the range. As we see Davidova coming through. Eckhoff, look at this. Eckhoff desperately trying to let Denise Herrmann know that they're there, they're breathing alongside her. And possibly putting Denise Herrmann under just that little bit more pressure. That'll be the hope from Eckhoff. And well, they have closed the margin ever so slightly, but they're not wanting to extend their comfort zone too much in case they elevate the breathing and the heartbeat coming in for this, the first and very important shoot. So Denise Herrmann has looked calm and composed throughout the 5 minutes of skiing prior to this first shoot. Alongside her, Eckhoff. Then Stina Nielsen, the former cross-country skiing who's found her way in biathlon. And Hannah Öberg alongside. So the shooting, Denise Herrmann very controlled. Hannah Öberg always a little restless to get that first shot away. She's missed the first. Stina Nielsen, she's missed the third. So Herrmann's on the penalty loop. Tyrrell Eckhoff, could this be her first World Cup victory today? The confidence is back, and that always makes such a difference. Nielsen on the penalty loop. Öberg, Hannah Öberg that is, on the penalty loop. What can her little sister do? Elvira missing the last shot. She'll join her older sister on the penalty loop. Well, so many are missing targets here. I think it's more to do with the exertion. Voigt, she'll give us 5. Yes, she will. Just a little calmer, a little easier through her rifle than most. And Lynn Persson, great to see her shooting the perfect 5. Well, that will spice things up and change the order as they leave the first time. For the first time the range, but Stina Nielsen still finding herself in third. Same position as she finished in the sprint competition. Ida Lien, well, that's a tough start for her. She's missed 2 and Julie Simon. I must say, Simon often really finds her magic when she's chasing or when she's with the group in mass start racing. Davidova missing two, her teammate beside her, Yislova, hitting all 5. Well, you can see how busy that little junction is there. You've got athletes desperate to get back on the track. They're trying to get out there and close down the athletes ahead. And then you've got those who are angry for missing one shot there, or 2 shots, turning left onto the range. Anyway, here's the standings after the first shoot. Eckhoff has moved from second with quite an advantage into first place, an advantage of 22.9 seconds. Then it's Herman, then it's Stina Nielsen. Then Vanessa Voigt, who's moved up from 6 to 4, and Lynn Persson from 10th to 5th, only 33 seconds behind. Well, a chance to see Herman. She missed low right there at 4 o'clock on her second shot. And a decent rhythm. Each of those shots were just a little low. I think she'll get advice as she skis around to raise, lift the sights up, offset for the shots falling low. Bit of a test today, isn't it, for Tiril Eckhoff? Having won 6 of these pursuit competitions last year, she really hasn't held it together well this season. A very poor start. She's only had a 28th position and a 16th position with 2 times not starting. Her result in the sprint was, in her mind, so poor that she opted out of starting. And now, at last, she finds the feeling she had last year to take 6 wins. I keep mentioning it, but it's so unusual, and it's only been equaled once. And she's back to that choppy, easy, dynamic, rapid technique. Well, Eckhoff, she left the range 22.9. You can see there 23.1. So they're all skiing at the sharp end of this race, much the same. Vanessa Voigt, I said earlier, she's not the fastest. She's only lost a second to this point. Takes a little more time when it comes to shooting, just to center herself and get her breathing under control and try and slow the heartbeat down a little. So Reuschland, for the first time this season, finding herself off the pace by 48 seconds. She's only missed one. That was Hannah Öberg, just tucked in behind her. So second time up the hill, coming up to 3.3 kilometers. Tiril Eckhoff, she's just backing off. She attacked this a little more aggressively last time up, so she's holding herself back. You don't want to extend or push too much up this climb. So Denise Herman trying to close the lead of Tiril Eckhoff, coming up to 3.3 kilometers. Well, she is. She's managed to pull back a couple of seconds, and maybe that's with Eckhoff just backing off a little. You could feel Eckhoff was holding back, just trying to keep herself calm, coming up into the second of the prone shoots. Well, Elvira Öberg, bib number 7, you can see her there crossing now, passing the Veit Wiesmann sign. Doesn't look quite as strong today, Elvira. And there's Reuschland in red, the choppy tempo. She's beginning to close down on Tiril Eckhoff's 48 seconds as she had when she left the range. There's Simon, Vera, Dorothea Vera alongside her. For many years, Vera viewed as the athlete that can hit 19 out of 20 or even 20 out of 20 in this race, but she's lost her way a little in terms of her shooting confidence. So we're back with Tiril Eckhoff leading the way. It was 23 seconds. Herman's closed it down to only 19 seconds. But Tiril Eckhoff can manage her own entry to the range, controlling her pace. I thought she controlled herself up the steepest of climbs, but a decent pace now into the range for the second time. First time in, the wind was from the left. It's still from the left, and it appears as if it's picked up. Those 5-gram targets, they're on a fishing hook swivel, so they really do react to any breeze. And Eckhoff just looking at how the wind is right now before she gets down and into position. Herman will land alongside in about 5 seconds' time. Will it put Eckhoff under pressure? You can see the graphic there, the wind indicating, well, the flags to me indicating a drop-off. Eckhoff, she's found it again, hasn't she? She's found the ability to hit targets, so important as always. Mazet, the French coach for the Norwegian team, he's done so much good in terms of confidence and skills for the Norwegian shooting. And a little smile from Mazet there. Herman, she's organised, she's calm, she needs the 5th, she's got the 5th. Stina Nielsen again, well, she missed the middle shot, the 3rd shot, first time in. She's done the same the 2nd time in. And Vanessa Voigt will take it slightly slower. Chevalier Boucher's got 5. Elvira Öberg, she looked tired for me up the steepest of climbs. She's come in exhausted. She's missed 2. Knotten for Norway's missed the 3rd shot. Hannah Öberg, she's been so good the last couple of years. What about Simon and Vera? They really are moving up and up and up the rankings, having both hit 10 out of 10. Just a confirmation of the athletes as they exit the range. Well, there's Stina Nielsen out already. She certainly charges her way around the penalty loop. 150 meters of extra skiing. Great to see Paulina Fialkova. She found her form and her confidence at the Olympics and is carrying that through to the World Cups now. Preutz, injured just after Christmas, having to take so much time out. She's coming back, and I think we may well see her on a podium before the end of the season. There's Fialkova, 13, just heading out. Great to see her up to 11th position. 20th going through now, that's Yislava. She hasn't missed any targets, and Yislava moved all the way from 20th to 14th, and actually Preutz from 32nd up to 15th. Confirmation, sorry, I missed the front page there. It's Eckhoff, Herman, Chevalier Boucher at the front of this race. Look at the left eye there from Eckhoff. She was a little lucky. These Kurvinen targets, their counterbalance. The bullet hits the golf ball size target and counterbalances the cover, which flicks over if you hit the target. The factory, actually, the Kurvinen target is factory is just down the road. Very interesting having a look at how these targets are made. I'll be up again a couple, well, 10 days time for the Masters Championships. I'll certainly be going back down there. Anyway, back out at 4.9 kilometers. And just under 15 minutes. Well, she found herself, Tiril Eckhoff, 23 seconds ahead at this point on the last lap. It'll be much the same again this time round. So Denise Herman has missed a total of 1 target. Eckhoff has managed to secure all 10 in terms of prone shooting. So Herman has pulled back 2 seconds from, I beg your pardon, it's exactly the same. From when she left the range at 21.3, it's now 21.2. They're just almost stride for stride today, Herman and Eckhoff. So Chevalier, Anaïs Chevalier Boucher, 38 seconds behind now. She started 5th. So the skiing not so great, but she has missed, Chevalier Boucher, she's missed 1, started 16 seconds behind. She's 38 seconds behind now. Vanessa Voigt from 6th up into 4th. Could well podium today if she hits all 20, and so often Vanessa Voigt is one of those athletes that can hit 20. Again, on this section, Tiril Eckhoff, you just feel her holding back a little. Absolutely sensible on this most brutal of climbs. She's fully aware when she turned left and up this hill that Denise Herman is on her case. And I think again we'll see Denise Herman closing down up this climb. Will it affect her shooting? We'll have to wait and see. Well, she's closed a little, but those small margins take quite a lot of extra exertion up this climb. I love the choppy, very fluid movements from Chevalier Boucher, keeping the rhythm. And the last thing you want to do is lose momentum. You have to keep those legs moving like, I suppose, cycling a bike. Very steep hill, keeping the rotations very fast. Simon, she's so strong, bib 18. We saw her on the right. There's Dorothea Viera, tucked in behind Voigt. And there is Simon. Well, that's the great performance from Simon, from 18th all the way up to 4th, and really putting herself in contention for a podium finish. But 2 more shoots to come, and for many, the more difficult shooting, it's standing upright, and this time the target size increases from 45 millimeters, the golf ball size prone target. Now you have to hit all of the black, which is 115 millimeters wide. I suppose a large orange would fit in that target. So the athletes staggering their way up towards the range, up the most brutal climb in World Cup racing. So Tyrrell Eckhoff, for the first time, in for stand shooting. So Eckhoff hasn't missed the target yet. You can see in the background Denise Herrmann has closed down a little, but mostly on the steep climb. Eckhoff managing her pace well. Wind is still there at 2 to 4 kilometers an hour, but not affecting the rifle. 15 shots fired, 15 shots put down today for Eckhoff. She's found her confidence, she's found, well, has she found her winning ways? There's still 1 more shoot to come, the pressure shoot, the final stand. Herrmann is losing another 25 seconds with a penalty loop. Eckhoff will find herself some 45 seconds ahead at least. Chevalier Boucher. Well, the wind, the graphic says the wind's picked up to 11 and 8 kilometers an hour. I don't think that is the case. Well, I mentioned Chevalier Boucher has great days, and when they're great days, she's on the podium. Today, so far, so good. She's managed to only miss 1 out of the first 15, and Simon, her pace, attacking up the steep climb, has put her stand shooting off. But not the case for Viera. I'll just confirm Dorothea Viera. Yes, there she is. She's hit 15 out of 15. I thought she had, and look at that. Vanessa Voigt, calm, composed. She takes longer on the range, but she gets the targets down. Great to see Lynn Persson. Another 5 targets down, and Fialkova for the first time struggling in stand shooting. Knotten from Norway has hit 5 out of 5. Now, what about Hanna Öberg? Rapid fire, 5 out of 5. Preutz is moving all the way up. Hildebrand, great to see her coming back into it. And Stuic from Austria. No form at all at the Olympics, but Stuic has found form here. Much improved ski speed. And Reuschland, she started 8th. She's now missed 3 out of 15. She remains in 8th, but 1 minute 31 behind. So, this is how you put 5 targets down. It's a very different Tyrrell Eckhoff. Earlier in the season, we saw tightness, we saw fear, we saw no confidence. It's all entirely back today. A fabulous performance. Now, what's going on in her mind on this last loop? 2 kilometers. She'll be trying to just focus on process, keeping the technique going. Bib number 44, Pushkashkikova from Czech Republic, may well find herself passed by Eckhoff, and if that is the case, she'll be sadly pulled out of the race. Now, The margin I thought may have been 45. It's actually 43 as they left the shooting for the third time, and that's back to Chevalier-Boucher. Herman was just in and still is just in behind. Again, Herman's skis are gliding so well. She praised them so much 2 days ago for her win. And it makes the whole journey so much easier. Now, where's Dorothea Viera? She's should be coming into vision. Well, we're following the chasing two. But hopefully we'll see Viera coming around the bottom, the faraway part of the course shortly. There she is. So Viera and Voigt. It's only Ekhoff, Dorothea Viera, Vanessa Voigt, Yislava, Preutz and Hildebrand, and actually Aita Gasparin, who've hit the perfect 15 out of 15. Further down, actually, Deidre Irvin also having hit 15 out of 15. So 44, Pushkashikova still surviving. If Ekhoff passes her, she'll have to pull out. And once again, and for the second last time up this climb, Ekhoff is holding herself back. The coach alongside quietly giving information, nothing exciting. He doesn't want to panic her at 48-second lead. Well, 48 seconds, you could say she could miss 2 targets out of 5, get round the penalty loop, and even if these two athletes, Herman and Chevalier-Boucher, if they hit 5 out of 5, arguably Ekhoff could go out ahead of them, but the race would be on. So Ekhoff finds herself in a wonderful position coming towards the range now. 44.6 again, Herman stronger on this climb. Chevalier-Boucher just holding back a little. And Dorothea Viera from 17th, magic, up to 5. Vanessa Voigt from 6th to 5th. And further back down, it's Persson. So for the second last time up the steepest of climbs, you can see a third position up the hill. It's Reuchlin. She leads the overall World Cup standing by quite a margin, a safe margin. She's not quite got the magic she showed at the Olympics for 3 gold and 2 bronze medals. Only one race she didn't pick up a medal. It was the relay. They finished 4th. Reuchlin won't be negative or thinking defeat yet. Unlikely to touch the podium, but she'll want more points and move up into 5th, 4th or 3rd, but she needs 5 out of 5. So, for the last time of asking, and a full 44 seconds ahead, it's Tiril Ekhoff. She looks back. She, when she's on form, she eyeballs the target. She takes in the information in regarding the wind, and now she's building her position. Will that first shot missed unsettle her? No, it won't. Routine and rhythm. Well, I said if she misses 2, and if the others hit all 5 out of 5, the race will be on. But Tiril Ekhoff left the range like lightning, so she really has made this final 5 shots for Chevalier-Boucher and Herman vitally important. They will be aware that Ekhoff has missed 2. So it needs to be fast, it needs to be accurate if they want to challenge for a win. Herman's just not panicking here at all. She knows she has to calm down and manage her shooting as always. Chevalier-Boucher, on the other hand, went fast and missed the first. Herman's keeping composure. Chevalier-Boucher, too much. Herman, she needed the last. She's missed the last. Unbelievable. I thought Herman had it under control. Opportunity for Viera. Rapid fire, she'll give us rapid fire. And often she gives 5 out of 5. Herman would have gone out ahead of Ekhoff. Now Viera's coming out with fresher legs. Oh, a little stumble there from Ekhoff, having felt the frustration of 2 penalty loops. She will have been delighted to see Herman turning onto the penalty loop, though. Well, what can Dorothea Viera do today? She can do no more in terms of shooting. She's hit 20 from 20. There won't be many to achieve that shooting score today. Herman still finds herself in third, and at last Vanessa Voigt goes on to the penalty loop. Kontiolahti, 5 out of 5. Roysland, I said, don't write her off for a fifth or a fourth or even a third position, but third's unlikely now. And look at Simon, she's missed a further two. Yislova is just having a fabulous day on the range. Well, Yislova, yes, another of the athletes to hit 20 out of 20. Here she comes now, and moving up from 20th all the way to 7th. What about Preutz? I predicted a podium, and a podium soon for Preutz. She's finding her form and her shooting. Preutz has also hit 20 out of 20. Stuart, who had a really poor Olympic Games, she came 85th in the sprint competition. She's moved from 19th up to 9th today for Austria. Well, she was unsettled after that first. She built her confidence back again, taking the next two targets, the next three targets, and the pressure shot just high, snatching the trigger a little, raising it up as you snatch. And you could feel the fear and the frustration there, but she's comfortable, I think. She's out 14 seconds ahead of Dorothea Viera. Is that a grimace or is that a smile? A bit of both. To get away with missing 2 out of 5 on the last shoot. She's a little lucky that Herman didn't hit that last shot, or Herman would have gone out ahead of Eckhoff. So for the first time this season, Eckhoff will be beginning to think, I'm back. So there's the information. I think that was a Finnish coach saying it's 15 seconds back to Viera. It was 14 as they left the range. Herman finds herself chasing Viera, 22 seconds behind. So the final stages at 8.9 of a 10-kilometer race, and Tyrrell Eckhoff, for the first time in World Cup racing this season, she's found absolute form on the range. She's got her ski time back, and Dorothea Viera really now has to really dig deep to keep Denise Herman away. I'm not sure she can do that. It's still 6 seconds, but this lady is fast. Former cross-country skier, and well, with the excitement at the front of the race, my apologies, just an update on Stina Nielsen, also a former cross-country skiing. She's sadly missed 6 today and has moved from 3rd down to 21st. Roysland, I thought she might make the top 5. I was going to say she won't be happy with top 5, but she may have to settle for that today. And Kontiolahti, her teammate behind her, not quite as fast in her skis. I don't think Kontiolahti will challenge her to the line, so it looks like Roysland is getting decent points again today, but not another victory. Well, I'm sure we'll hear a real scream of joy as Eckhoff crosses the line, and she's always great when it comes to the post-race interview. She always has an exciting story to tell. Denise Herman, she's methodical, she's tough, she's fast, and Viera will try and keep her at bay, and I think she might just survive to the line in 2nd place. 17.3 behind. Well, it's now 5 seconds gap. Viera will be given all the information on how close Denise Herman is. Well, we've seen Denise Herman attack this climb each of the previous 4 times of asking, and I think she's running out of steam now. Her spirit will be broken with missing that final shot, which in my opinion has cost her the victory to date. She would have come off the range with fresh legs. Eckhoff will have come off the penalty loop twice. Her legs will have felt those 300 meters, but it didn't happen. What a great feeling for Tyrrell Eckhoff. Don't need to go over the bridge anymore, just straight up into the finish line for Tyrrell Eckhoff's victory today. Eckhoff did take a full set of medals at the Olympics. Gold in the mixed relay, 2nd in the mass start, and 3rd in the pursuit competition. And the World Cup after that pursuit competition bronze is brilliant. It's the gold. It's the first position today for Tiril Eckhoff. 0, 0, 0. And then 2 penalties the final time of asking. That's okay. She put it together so well early that she could afford those 2 targets missed. So Tiril Eckhoff, first position. Delighted to see her back at her best, and what a great performance from Vera, from 17th all the way to 2nd, down to her perfect shooting. Denise Herrmann, she'll be happy enough with 3rd. She started first, she's on the podium again in 3rd. So Tiril Eckhoff, 0, 0, 0, and 2 targets missed. Well, of course, I thought it was 5th. She's up into 4th position. Roichland from 8th to 4th. That is okay. And Connaughton, you could just feel the joy from Connaughton. Only missing 1 target and finding herself in 5th position from an 11th start position. Chevalier Boucher looked great for most of the race. 3 penalties in the end cost her dearly. Yislova, perfect shooting. Preutz from 32nd to 8th, only 1 minute behind. So she started 1 minute 25 behind. One of the best times today from Preutz. She's back. The injury's well past now. The Olympics are past and didn't quite go the way she wanted, but she could well win a World Cup in the remaining 2 World Cups to come. Öberg, Elvira Öberg looked tired. She's in 9th. Stuic happy in 10th. And Stuic moving up from 19th, only missing 1 target. Vanessa Voigt missing 2 the last time of asking. That is so out of character for her, but feeling the pressure. Besson missing 3. Lynn Persson from 10th to 14th. And Simon looked good early on in the race. She moved from 18th up to 5th, then dropped all the way back to 15th with her stand shooting. Hildebrand 28th to 17th. Heike from 37th to 16th. I love the pursuit race because with good shooting, you can create so much magic today. And there's Stina Nielsen, least experienced in the field, and missing 6 targets. Hannah Öberg also missing 6 targets. There she is. She's asking herself questions. Have a look at this. 6 athletes within, what, a couple of seconds. Minkinen, she's got all the local support. Stremus from Moldova, looking good. Hetish, Todorova, and Deidre Irwin. She started well. She didn't miss any of her early shots. And eventually, Irwin, the best of the Americans, missing 2. Breza Boucher, when you miss 7, even with her great ski speed, you cannot contend. She started 14th, she finished in 31st. Well, that's Minkinen delighted with only missing 2 today. Ida Lien, I thought she looked nervous when she was centering her rifle, zeroing her rifle earlier. And in the end, she's missed 5. Davidova, often great on the range. She's missed 5 today. And Emma Lunder, great to see her back for Canada. When I say back to best shooting form. She's hit all 20. So Emma Lunder from 49th all the way up to 32nd, and good World Cup points today. Skottheim. Another beautiful shooting performance from Skottheim. 20 out of 20. So many athletes today hitting all of the targets. Claire Egan missing 2, but from 57th to 31st. That's good. Bendica, Sanfilippo just sliding across the line. And Marie Eder started 9th. There she is, finished 42nd. She's missed 7 targets. Well, what a race. Hopefully we'll get a chance to get the story from Tiril Eckhoff on how the race went today. So Eckhoff, Dorothea Vera and Denise Herrmann, the top 3 today. So the athletes will brush themselves down. Of course, those who are on the podium, and in fact the top 6 will have a little prize giving after this. Well, there's great team support. You spend so much time together as a team. It's almost like family, and you have to treat it as family with respect and building this team bond, and that is what these teams do. So job done in terms of the Women's World Cup here in Kontiolahti. They'll be moving not that far, but to Otepää for the first time. The World Cup going to Estonia. And on Thursday, the men will be involved in the sprint competition. On Friday next week, it's the women's sprint. Then it's the mass starts on Saturday, and the mixed relay and the single mixed relay on the Sunday. Sadly, the season is coming to an end, and after Otepää and Estonia, they move to Oslo, where on the Thursday it's the women's sprint, the Friday it's the men's sprint, Saturday it's the pursuits, and the grand finale on Sunday, the 20th of March in Oslo, the mass starts. So just having a look at overall World Cup score, not much of a change today. In fact, Roysland has probably moved ahead of, well, of Elvira Öberg and ahead of Hannah Öberg. She had 685 points to Elvira Öberg's 599. So still very comfortable at the top of the field for Roysland. Some weary athletes. 16 individual races this season. The Olympic Games, 6 races. Many relays and single mixed relays. At the end of the season, they'll all have competed in over 35 races from the end of November through till the 20th of March. It's a tough program. So the tail enders crossing the line. Now Tanaka from Japan, Kumola from Italy, Klemencic from Slovenia. Klemencic, well, missing 7. Kumola also missing 7. And Pushkarshikova, we saw her looking in a dangerous area of being lapped. She was lapped. Ekhoff, Vera and Herman. So there we have it. Incredibly, Ekhoff going 0-0-0-2, just as Vanessa Voigt has. The pressure builds. The brain gets in the way of the calm that you need to hit these targets. And we often see that in the pursuit competition. And I'm sure we'll see it later in the men's race. Deidre Irwin there moving 10 positions forward with that 0-0-0-2 shooting score. And have a look at Breza Boucher dropping down 17 with her 7 targets missed today. Sharvatova dropping down 1 position. She missed 5 today. And good to see Chloe Chevalier back today, skiing well, but missing 5, not her best day on the range.
Congratulations, back to winning ways. How does that feel?
Oh well, it feels very nice to be back on top, and I really wanted just to win today, so I'm very happy.
You made it a bit exciting with the last shooting though.
I was really bad actually, but I was really tired today, so it was hard going alone there in the track, so I had not the last focus there on the last shot, so that was a little bit clumsy, but I was lucky today.
Lucky, but also really good, so congratulations.
Thank you so much.
competitions and World Championship competitions. And presenter from the IBU is given by the president
of the International Biathlon Union, Mr. Oledamo, and received by the Kontiolahti Biathlon World Cup event manager, Sandra Lindman, and the chairman of Kontiolahti Urheilija, Mr. Kim Kuhn.
Haluatko takaisin sen nyt? Haluatko takaisin?
Kontiolahti, Dennis Herman, Marcel Rosan,
Yksi kilpailu on vielä jäljellä. Naisten kilpailut on saatu Annas ja Pino, kuten sanota kuuluu, ja seremoniattiin käyty, miesten pikakilpailu. Siihen meillä on hieman tässä aikaa, sillä kun miesten kilpailut alkaa.